Around this time last year, you could just do a normal offset bunker off of your 2x1, just like this. I'm sure a lot of you remember this. I remember it just as well. And you would be able to add that offset bunker to your base after it's been built, or a Pixelgap loot room. You'd be able to add that to your base after it's been built, but that did get patched. And we were able to get the offset bunker working at the start of the base, and then Pixelgaps at the start of the base or anything like that. But it was, again, at the start of the base, and it was a kind of annoying. Additionally, you may have seen some offset bunker methods where you do something like this, where you got to look in like the twig double triangles or something, and you got to do some goofy stuff like this, where it's a complete freehand, and then you get it where it's 88, and then sometimes it works, but sometimes you have a gap here, and then you can't really fully expand because everything is off because it's complete freehand and it's dookie, and we're not going to use that. Now we do have another method to add the offset bunker or the Pixelgap to your 2x1 after it's been built, just like back in the day, with all of the same pros and none of the drawbacks really, aside from you do need like little large boxes to stand on. All right, again, so instead of building out to make an offset bunker your triangles just like this, all you're going to do is build out the same thing just like you would for your offset bunker. We'll go ahead and make like a jump up here like we would. Instead of building out triangles over there, all you do is build out a second square, one square over, put a triangle here. And since we have really flat terrain, if you're on an ice lake or a beach, we're not going to need to do anything else. We could just break these two squares and put a large box right down here. Then we could put two more large boxes the long way like this. Then we could put a low wall right here. Then we could back ourselves up into the low wall, put on a movement impeding item such as fins or heavy pot armor. Then we're going to back all the way up into the low wall, bring our building plan square out. We're backing up into the low wall. It's going to help if you have a FOV keybind to 60 there, and on the left hand side of that red silhouette, see that twig line where I'm at right now? That's where we're going to line ourselves up with to make sure we're not askew. If we're at an angle like this, it'll be really wide on the front, and if we're at an angle like this, we'll be really wide on the back there. So we're just going to line ourselves up just like that. And once you believe you're completely lined up, you're going to move forward one little bit, go up slightly, and go over. And it looks like we didn't get that good enough, so we're going to line ourselves up with that twig line, forward, up a little bit. We did not get that either. We're going to do it one more time. It does take a little bit of practice, but once you know what you're going for, you know exactly where to put this foundation right here. And of course, I can't do it while I'm explaining. Right there, and then see how we have our shadow shift? Just like that. So we freehand this connection, and this is not our offset. We want to do the same thing and shift it over, then hold Alt, then go over on our large boxes to the second one, and then that shadow shift, and then we click for that one. And now we just added our offset bunker or Pixelgap to our base. And we're just going to go ahead and double check that we're all blue here. Sometimes, again, you're jumping around and moving. Some things will be red. You might have to do it over again. We're going to break these twig pieces. We're going to come back like this, ensuring that this is blue. Again, see, we did mess up because we probably shifted too many times there. So we're just going to do that one more time. It's really easy once you do it. Back up in here, line this up, just like that. Move forward, raise it up. Really just the angle of your mouse. Make sure you're not off in a direction. Right there. Just like that. Shift, Alt click, Alt click. Now we're just going to check again that everything is blue, break these, go back. We're still getting this error, so this is usually just caused by us not jumping. So now we're just going to jump before our second foundation. So we're going to do this again. Again, it is the freehand is a skill based right here. You need to learn how to do this. Line that up. 1W forward pretty much, just like that. Skill based, easy. And then we're going to hold Alt, and usually this is caused by the second foundation here. So we're just going to, while holding Alt, roll our thumb, jump over, and click that. Now we're just going to do the same thing, break these, Still back. And we're still red. So again, you just have to learn. Like, see how quick I can get it to this shadow shift freehand right here? This part is not difficult. You just have to ensure you're going as far on the edge of the shadow shift right here, and then every time you mess up like I'm doing right here, you risk it. Like if you do it in one shot, it like always works. But yeah, each time I'm doing it where it's double shifting here, I just need to place it on the first one shot. So back it up in here, see how quickly I can get the shadow shift. This part is not hard. You can do this whole thing to add an offset bunker or pixel gap to the base after it's been built. Just like that. See, on the one shot, everything works. And I'll leave that in fully uncut just so like you know how it works just on a regular server. You could encounter those errors as well. And let's go ahead and put that just like this. And now we have our complete offset bunker that was added to our base after it's been built. And we just did a little troubleshooting there as well. And then now that that's open, if you wanted to do a pixel gap, you would do the same thing right here. But we would put a half floor off of our original build right here. And then on the floor, the half floor right here that would be coming off our build, we would have our pixel gap for our loot room. And this would also continue up over here. If we wanted a gap right in between here, we didn't have that frame and we just added this for a loot room. And again, we're going to be able to do a bunch of different cool things with this, and we'll show you how to do all of these cool things. So just like this, we'll have a pixel gap loot room. This will be an option that you could add in the 3 triangles with a single triangle armored bunker like this, just in the single triangle, for like a large battery or something down there, or a TC. And then sorry about that. And then you could have your pixel gap loot room right there. And then again, you could have this as a double bunker where you would spawn inside and break the floor for a second bunker beneath there. And then you could just have it like a normal loot room for the whole thing. Or you could do the double bunker method and then put a triangle spiral stair on top of the twig floor and the second bunker, which is still splashable, but it does add annoyance. And then you could add that to a 2x2 after it's been built, put one on each side, and then we'll show you how to do it in a nice little mini 2x1 with under 5k metal, under 5k stone, and under 75 HQ upkeep, because apparently that's what solo bases are, even though that's 20 minutes of playing. And we'll show you how to do it. It's gonna be super nice and super easy. Additionally, if you're thinking, what am I supposed to be doing if I can't have a perfectly flat terrain to place my boxes on or anything like that, not an issue at all. If you have any sort of terrain issues, all you do is do the same build out and build out triangles like this, break the squares, put ramps here, and the ramps don't impede your square placement or your foundation. That means you could freehand all up in here. And then, since these will give you all sorts of weird, when you run over the ramps, they're not like even, they'll kind of mess you up. Now you have a perfectly even spot to place your 3 large boxes on any terrain in anywhere on the map. That one was not placed well. Just come down here, line these up like this, and now you have a completely flush, even spot to crouch on any terrain, just like that. Just make sure your foundations aren't too high, because if they're too high, if you can't see the top of the foundation, it's kind of hard. But you could just, if it's too high, you could just step it down anyway. And yeah, you just crouch on the box, do the same exact thing, even though this one's already offset and it's skinned, so I can't see where I'm supposed to be connecting. So this is really bad. Really quickly, I'm just going to show you another completely just uncut attempt at, just uncut, adding the bunker to it, where it's just completely done in one easy attempt. And all you have to do is be outside of your base with like 1,000 wood and 3 large boxes, and then you could add this bunker, pixel gap, anything you want to your base, and it's going to be super nice and super easy. All right, again, you're just outside with your boxes, low twig wall to back yourself up on, movement impeding item is fins. Again, FOV 60 to get that zoom hotkey, or put it in your command. Again, line that twig up, W forward a little bit, shadow shift, very easy. Shift it over to the opposite direction, hold Alt, click, keep going, shift that second one, click. Again, one shots are best for no errors. Now W that back over there, double half wall, and add that pixel gap with a single half wall, or the offset bunker here, or both. Again, jump up here, upgrade your floors. Incredibly easy, incredibly nice. You add it to all four sides of a 2x2 on a 2x1. Anything like that, go ahead and pop that bunker open and have an enjoyable time being a better builder. And we'll go ahead and show you a nice, easy walkthrough, little base tour of our mini 2x1, just right here. And we have an airlock with a ladder hatch going upwards, just right here, keeping that front door socket open for our twig roof down there. Coming up here, we have our 2x1, and we added all of this after the 2x1 is built. We have a bunkered loot room over here. Again, can be sealed like that, and then we have our 2x1 entrance to our 2x1 starter right here. 2x1 starter, easy, standard 2x1 stuff here. Come out here, 2x1 bunker, very standard offset stuff here, nicely done. Seal that up just like that. And when you want to open your bunkers, come down here, or if your ladder hatch is rated on this side, go ahead and place a twig roof right there. Pop open those bunkers on each side, just like that. Then we have a jump up over here for our little mini bedroom on here with 4 Patricos on each side, just like that. Over here, 360 coverage. We have a roof peak under here, under the mixing table area from the second floor. For retakes, just like that. We just have simple roof access up here. You can do one door on each side or something. We just have it simple with wood roof pieces and a little mini landing pad. And again, our upkeep is incredibly simple. We're just going to be at 5K, under 5, 4K stone, 4K metal, 73 HQM. Even cheaper, very nice, very easy. All right, it's gonna be super nice and super easy. Of course, we're just gonna show you how to do it on a 2x1 in normal terrain here. This isn't too crazy or too flat, so you need to do the actual ramps. And obviously, if you wanna cause yourself misery and try and do it on some rocky hill like that over there, then you could try that as well. But you're just gonna come out just like a normal offset bunker here. Upgrade this for our jump up and our offset triangle tile on the original plane, and then we're just going to go out just like this with an L shape, and then come out 5 triangles here for our ramps. Demolish these 2 squares, place our twig ramps just like this, and this is just so we have an even terrain for our large box placement. We're always going to need our 3 large boxes, like that. Bring out building plan square, and when you do it like this, the low wall is too low, so you could just use like a half wall or like a door frame to back up on. Then you're gonna put your movement impeding item on, building plan square, crouch, FOV, key roll in, or just change your FOV so you get a nice little zoom. Line that up best you can. Move forward. This is where it kind of sucks more on this. Move up, and you want to really pay attention to the bottom left connection. You want to get that as perfect, as even as possible. Like as far as all the red lines matching up on the other ones. Just like that. Looks like we're a bit too far back that whole time. So once you get that shifting, you might have to go forward a bit more. Do the same thing, and then this one should shift over here, depending on my, it looks like I've messed up my large box, or I'm like too askew on my alt. Yeah, I didn't mess up the box, but my alt look was messed up. I just started going at an angle. One forward, start 90, so you know you're not gonna be going completely strafing in. I just like to go like this, 90, zoom in, back up against the wall, line yourself up. like that. Alt click. Alt click. Now again, you want to test everything. One shots work best. Just like that. And now we have our offset bunker after it's been built. And of course, we could add the pixel gap. We'll do that on the other side for this base design, but we'll just go ahead and upgrade everything here. Make sure this triangle tile coming off of that outside wall with this splotch on the bottom left. Standard stuff, standard stuff. Pop that bunker open. All on the same TC. You could pick up your boxes, destroy everything there. And now you have this bunker where you need to go offline. All right, now we're just gonna speed through a little, the mini expansion. Like this standard 2x1 honeycomb stuff here. And we want this one open for our offset bunker, but we want it on this side. I like to do it on the opposite side. You could do it on the same side, it doesn't matter. And you just start the same exact starting segment with the two triangles like that on the original building plane. And then we'll do it on that side. And then we want honeycomb right here. And we'll just do that afterwards. We'll go ahead and do the second one over here for the pixel gap, and we'll start that with the floor tile in here. And we want our pixel gap right up here, and then down here can be nothing. And then we'll have this for a large battery. And this may be flat. Let's go ahead and test it up. No, we're for sure going too high, right? Yeah. It's just the height is a big thing. So we're just going to break that, do the same ramp thing. The terrain is even just a little not flat for your boxes. You're going to need to do the ramps, but it's not that bad. And let's go ahead and place our boxes on our ramps. The same exact thing. Half wall, because we're using ramps. Back ourselves up in movement impeding item. Line that line up just like this. W up there. Easy peasy. Oh, looks like I messed it up right there. Alt click. Alt click. Demolish. 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 Build. Build. Like this. And we want our floor here for our pixel gap, and I just accidentally made this twig. And this floor off our half wall for the pixel gap right here. We want that up here. So on the bottom here, we're just going to ignore these two half. This is going to be sealed off like this for our large battery. And we're just going to seal this off completely, and we're going to connect this triangle here to here, so there's no pixel gap beneath our pixel gap. And then we're going to put the half wall right here, upgrade that, the foundation, come up here, and now we could put two boxes in here and lock them. And now place the triangle twig floor off the outside. And now this will be your bunker seal, as well as create the pixel gap for your boxes. And it looks like we do not have a large pixel gap here at all. Oh, keep giving me skinned. Okay, so it works with unskinned. Works with unskinned and armored. It was just not working with shipping container right there. So that's fine, and stone. So it's not working with brutalist. But that's fine. It works with HQM, and then we have our bunker right here. So now we just added the bunker and the pixel gap blue room bunker on the other side. And now we're just going to continue, again, break all that twig. We added our offset bunker. You got the extra knowledge because you're watching it all. When I searched if anybody else did this, I just found 3 other people who copied me. Not people who shouted me out like cool people, but yeah. So anyways, Rollo on top. Go ahead and do the honeycomb just like this. Then we just want 3 triangles on each side for our airlock, and this whole time we can, after adding those, we can just add our second floors like this. We want the double doorway there and the jump up and the chute. And wherever our bunker exit here was, we want the chute like this. Like that. And then we're going to go ahead and utilize these for jump ups and turrets. And then we want things like this. Leave this socket free so you can open your bunkers. And then we're just going to do a double door here, single door airlock here, and windows all around. And you can put your ladder hatch frame here, 2 full walls on the side roof for each of the jump up, just like this. Remember to always keep this socket free for the bunker, and you could prevent people from placing the stuff if you put like a tuna can lamp there or a regular lantern. Again, ladder hatch frame here, full walls here, like that. Seal this up, and then we'll do 1 turret and jump up on one side, like this. One actual jump up here, and I'm going to flip that so the jump up is the turrets by the core and the jump up is over here. Got to rotate them to reskin them on this server if it doesn't skin by accident. Anyways, put the single door there, your jump down for your bunker, windows on all sides here, on all 4 corners here with the full wall here for your patricos, and half walls here. This is just for your patricos, not for honeycomb. Half walls here. Then you put your patricos full floor half wall. Just like that. And then this is just your final bedroom roof floor, because everyone wants a 2K solo base. And you could put your 2 jump ups, 1 jump up, doesn't matter. Bedroom here, I do 1 jump up, your solo dolo, just like this. And then you can surround this with roof pieces. This one might be a little odd because it's part of the offset. So you want to put a floor there to place it, and then you could break the floor. And you could do garage door, double door, seal this up, and then you could do wood roof pieces for some angles, and then a square here for if you steal a mini. And then you can go and upgrade the bottom layer honeycomb and your front area. First story honeycomb sheet metal plus the bunker area. This to HQM, this to HQM on the core side, or on both sides depending on what you want. HQM the core. We can go a little bit higher HQM than the intro one, just because we'll put the HQM. We'll put the bunker HQM on the other side as well. The intro version was just one side HQM and then a sheet metal bunker on the other side. And then on this one we'll do 2 HQM bunkers. There's a HQM bunker, sealed up, straight large battery cost, and we'll put an open double door here that no one will know. They'll run right over our loot here. And then this side should be just double sheet, so it's also 16 rounds, so that's all. You don't need to HQM that, so it saves on HQM. That side doesn't need to be HQM. Sheet metal that, sheet metal everything here. Second floor. You can do the jump up sheet metal too, but the roof doesn't need it. This roof piece over here, you could keep this sheet, just 2 garage doors. Sheet here, or stone, doesn't matter. Sheet here, you could do it stone. You could still leave it stone. I don't think it's that big of a deal to do it all sheet. Let's do a bit more sheet in HQ. Make sure this floor is sheet though, so no one can pick it out, even if they're doing the majority of their story stone. And then if we look at that, like what's the upkeep right now? 90 HQM. We got lower metal and lower stone, but we are at 90 HQM because this side, now we have a second HQM bunker over here. Oh, and we still need more HQM. It'll be about 100. We'll do both. What is this? There. Yeah, about 100 HQM to do both sides. HQM. That's also including using the double sheet on each side for 16. So we're trying to save HQM even. Right, probably be 100. 97. Yep, 100 HQM per day, but that's for 2 HQM bunkers. You don't really need 2. You could just do the core entry bunker and then sheet metal that like the intro. And then this doesn't need to be sheet. You could keep this HQM, the foundation that's offside exposed. But you just leave that sheet, and that drastically reduces the HQM. Now we're at 76, and that's only because we have a couple. What else did we have here that was HQM? Foundation, double half wall. Oh yeah, this extra foundation would be like 73 if we do this sheet. 71, easy. So you have a full sheet metal bunker there, under 4K. Very nice, very easy offset bunker, 2x1. Crawler on top.